Imagine holding a tiny, deep blue sphere in your palm. Unassuming, yet packed with a universe of potential specifically designed, it seems, to nurture the most complex organ in your body, your brain. We're talking about the humble blueberry, and its connection to potentially safeguarding our cognitive future, particularly in the daunting face of dementia, is a story woven from fascinating science, vibrant color, and profound hope. It's not about a magic bullet, but rather understanding how this readily available fruit delivers a concentrated cocktail of compounds that act like a multi-layered defense system and a nourishing elixir for our neurons, potentially helping to fortify our minds against the slow creep of cognitive decline. Dementia, encompassing conditions like Alzheimer's disease, represents a growing global challenge, a thief of memories, independence, and identity. While age is the biggest risk factor, and genetics play a role, research increasingly shouts that our lifestyle choices, especially what we eat, are powerful levers we can pull to influence our cognitive trajectory. And blueberries, bursting with a specific type of antioxidant, stand out as a potent dietary ally in this critical fight for brain resilience. The secret weapon of the blueberry lies in its intense blue-purple hue. This color comes from a powerful group of plant compounds called anthocyanins. Think of anthocyanins as nature's microscopic warriors, pigments that protect the fruit itself from environmental stresses like harsh sunlight and pests. When we consume blueberries, these remarkable compounds don't just pass through us, they are absorbed into our bloodstream. Crucially, and this is key, they possess the unique ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, a highly selective gatekeeper that shields the delicate brain tissue from many substances circulating in the blood. Once inside the brain, anthocyanins get to work, unleashing a cascade of protective and enhancing effects. One of their primary modes of action is as potent antioxidants. The brain is an energy-hungry organ, operating at an incredibly high metabolic rate. This constant activity, while essential for thought, movement, and sensation, unfortunately generates harmful byproducts called free radicals or reactive oxygen species, ROS. Imagine sparks flying from an overworked engine. Left unchecked, these free radicals cause oxidative stress, a process where they damage vital cellular components like fats and cell membranes, proteins crucial for signaling, and even our precious DNA. This oxidative damage accumulates over time and is a major contributor to the aging process of the brain and is heavily implicated in the development and progression of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and other dementias. Anthocyanins act like sophisticated fire extinguishers, neutralizing these damaging free radicals before they can inflict harm, thereby reducing oxidative stress and protecting the integrity of brain cells. But the benefits of blueberries extend far beyond just quenching oxidative fires. They are also powerful anti-inflammatory agents. Chronic, low-grade inflammation within the brain, often referred to as neuroinflammation, is another insidious process strongly linked to dementia. It's like having a constant, smoldering fire in the background, damaging tissues, and disrupting normal communication between brain cells. Microglia, the brain's resident immune cells, are meant to be the cleanup crew, removing debris and pathogens. However, in the context of aging and disease, microglia can become chronically activated, releasing a barrage of inflammatory molecules, cytokines, that actually harm neurons rather than protect them. This neuroinflammation contributes to the death of brain cells and the breakdown of connections between them. The anthocyanins and other polyphenol in blueberries help modulate this inflammatory response. They can suppress the activation of these overzealous microglia and reduce the production of damaging inflammatory cytokines. By calming this internal inflammatory storm, blueberries help create a healthier, more supportive environment for neurons to survive and function optimally. Think of it as cooling down the overheated engine and preventing the internal corrosion caused by constant inflammation. Furthermore, blueberries appear to actively enhance the brain's natural plasticity and communication networks. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, is often called miracle-grow for the brain. It's a protein that plays a critical role in neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. BDNF supports the survival of existing neurons, encourages the growth and differentiation of new neurons and synapses, the communication points between neurons, and strengthens the signals transmitted across these synapses. Higher levels of BDNF are associated with better learning, memory, and overall cognitive function, while lower levels are observed in Alzheimer's disease and depression. Excitingly, research suggests that blueberry consumption can boost BDNF levels in the brain. The anthocyanins seem to stimulate pathways that increase the production of this vital growth factor. By enhancing BDNF, blueberries may literally help the brain build and maintain its infrastructure, fostering resilience and adaptability, key factors in resisting cognitive decline. This effect on plasticity directly translates to improved signaling between neurons. Synapses need to fire efficiently and accurately for thoughts to form, memories to be stored and retrieved, and decisions to be made. The compounds in blueberries appear to enhance this synaptic signaling, making communication between brain cells faster, clearer, and more reliable. Studies often show improvements in specific cognitive domains after blueberry intake, particularly in areas like working memory, holding information temporarily, executive function, planning, organizing, focusing, multitasking, and processing speed, functions that are often the first to show subtle declines in the early stages of cognitive impairment. The impact isn't just theoretical, it's being measured in research settings with compelling results. Numerous animal studies have laid the groundwork, consistently showing that diets supplemented with blueberries or blueberry extract lead to significant improvements in learning and memory tasks in aged rats or mice bred to develop Alzheimer's-like symptoms. These animals often show reduced accumulation of amyloid beta plaques and tau tangles, the pathological hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease, and less neuronal death in critical memory areas like the hippocampus. But crucially, this promising research is translating to humans. Clinical trials, particularly in older adults already experiencing mild cognitive impairment, MCI, which is often a precursor to dementia, have shown encouraging results. Participants consuming blueberry powder, juice, or whole berries daily for periods ranging from several weeks to months have demonstrated measurable improvements in cognitive performance compared to control groups receiving a placebo. These improvements include better memory recall, enhanced verbal fluency, sharper executive function, and faster information processing speed. While studies in cognitively healthy older adults sometimes show more subtle or variable effects, perhaps because their brains are already functioning closer to peak, there's evidence suggesting that consistent blueberry consumption can still improve cognitive performance and potentially slow age-related cognitive decline even in this group. Some research even points to acute benefits. Consuming blueberries can lead to measurable improvements in cognitive tasks within just a few hours, likely due to improved blood flow and antioxidant effects. This body of evidence, while still evolving and requiring larger, longer-term trials, paints a compelling picture. Incorporating blueberries into the diet can offer tangible cognitive benefits, particularly for those at higher risk or already experiencing early signs of decline. What makes blueberries particularly special compared to other fruits? It's the potent synergy of their components. While many fruits offer antioxidants and vitamins, blueberries possess an exceptionally high concentration and diverse array of anthocyanins. Different anthocyanins might target slightly different pathways or areas of the brain, creating a broader protective net. They also contain other beneficial compounds like flavonols, e.g., quercetin, myricetin, which have their own antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, and phenolic acids. Vitamin C and vitamin K are present, along with manganese and dietary fiber. Crucially, it's the interaction between all these components, the anthocyanins, the other flavonoids, the vitamins, and minerals, working together within the complex matrix of the whole fruit that likely creates the powerful, brain-specific effects. This entourage effect is something that isolated supplements often struggle to replicate fully. Freeze-dried blueberry powder used in studies concentrates these compounds, but consuming whole, fresh, or frozen berries delivers the full spectrum of nutrients and fiber as nature intended. The fiber itself is important for gut health, and emerging research on the gut-brain axis suggests that a healthy microbiome plays a significant role in cognitive function and may even influence neuroinflammation, another potential indirect benefit of whole blueberries. So, how much and how often should you consume these little blue powerhouses to potentially reap these brain protective benefits? While there's no single magic number, the research provides some practical guidance. Studies showing cognitive improvements, particularly in older adults with MCI, often use doses equivalent to about 1 cup, roughly 150 grams, of fresh blueberries per day. This amount delivers a substantial dose of anthocyanins and other bioactive compounds. For maintaining general cognitive health and potentially slowing age-related decline, incorporating a good half cup to 1 cup most days of the week seems like a prudent and achievable goal. Consistency appears to be key. The brain protective effects likely build over time with regular intake, helping to reduce cumulative oxidative damage and inflammation, enhance BDNF levels, and support vascular health continuously. Think of it less as an occasional superfood treat and more as a foundational component of a brain-healthy diet. The great news is that frozen blueberries are just as nutritious, often more affordable, and available year-round. The freezing process locks in the nutrients at their peak, making them a fantastic option. When fresh berries are in season, enjoy them abundantly, but don't hesitate to rely on frozen ones for smoothies, oatmeal, yogurt parfaits, or baking the rest of the year. Incorporating them is deliciously easy. Blend them into smoothies, a classic and efficient way. Stir them into oatmeal or yogurt, sprinkle them on salads for a sweet burst, bake them into muffins or pancakes, though be mindful of added sugars, or simply enjoy a bowlful as a satisfying snack. Pairing them with a source of healthy fat, like a handful of nuts or seeds, or some full-fat plain yogurt, might even enhance the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients and provide sustained energy. However, it's absolutely vital to maintain realistic expectations and understand the broader context. Blueberries are a powerful food for brain health, but they are not a guaranteed cure or a standalone shield against dementia. Dementia is a complex, multifactorial disease. Genetics, age, other medical conditions, like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, hypertension, head injuries, environmental factors, and overall lifestyle play significant roles. No single food can completely negate all these risks. Think of blueberries as one crucial piece of a much larger puzzle. Their true power shines brightest when integrated into a comprehensive brain-healthy lifestyle. This includes adopting an overall dietary pattern rich in other brain-boosting foods, leafy greens packed with folate and vitamin K, like spinach, kale, other deeply colored berries and fruits, fatty fish abundant in omega-3s, like salmon, mackerel. Remember our previous discussion, nuts and seeds rich in healthy fats and vitamin E, whole grains, and legumes. The Mediterranean diet or the MIND diet, Mediterranean-intervention for neurodegenerative delay, which specifically emphasizes berries and green leafy vegetables alongside other healthy components, has shown strong associations with reduced dementia risk in large population studies. Blueberries complement this beautifully. Beyond diet, other lifestyle pillars are non-negotiable for maximizing brain resilience. Regular physical exercise, particularly aerobic activity like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling, is arguably one of the most potent things you can do for your brain. It dramatically increases blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients, including those wonderful anthocyanins, stimulates the production of BDNF, synergizing with blueberries, and helps reduce inflammation and insulin resistance. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week. Quality sleep is absolutely essential. During deep sleep, the brain's glymphatic system kicks into high gear, acting like a janitorial crew that flushes out metabolic waste products, including toxic proteins like amyloid beta that accumulate in Alzheimer's disease. Chronic sleep deprivation severely impairs this vital cleaning process and directly harms cognitive function. Prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night is paramount. Managing chronic stress is another critical factor. Prolonged stress floods the body with cortisol, a hormone that, in excess, can damage the hippocampus, a brain region crucial for memory, and accelerate brain aging. Techniques like mindfulness meditation, deep breathing, yoga, spending time in nature, or pursuing relaxing hobbies are essential tools for stress reduction. Keeping your mind actively engaged through lifelong learning, reading, puzzles, learning new skills, or engaging in stimulating social interactions helps build cognitive reserve, a kind of resilience bank account that your brain can draw upon if challenged. Finally, maintaining strong social connections combats loneliness and depression, both significant risk factors for cognitive decline. Blueberries work synergistically within this holistic framework. They enhance the benefits of exercise, help mitigate some effects of stress through their anti-inflammatory actions, and support the brain's repair processes during sleep. When evaluating the research on blueberries and dementia prevention, it's important to acknowledge its nuances. Much of the most dramatic evidence comes from animal studies or human trials involving individuals already experiencing cognitive decline, MCI. Demonstrating unequivocal prevention of dementia in currently healthy individuals requires incredibly long-term, decades-long, large-scale, and expensive randomized controlled trials, which are challenging to conduct. Many human studies showing benefits are shorter-term or observational. Observational studies can identify strong associations, e.g., people who eat more blueberries tend to have lower dementia rates, but they cannot definitively prove cause and effect. It could be that blueberry eaters also engage in other healthier behaviors. However, the convergence of evidence is powerful. The strong biological plausibility, understanding how anthocyanins work in the brain, the positive results from well-designed clinical trials showing cognitive improvements, and the consistent epidemiological data linking higher berry intake to slower cognitive decline and lower dementia risk, all point in a highly encouraging direction. While we await more definitive long-term prevention trials, the current science strongly supports making blueberries a regular dietary staple as a proactive strategy for brain health. The potential benefits are substantial, and the risks are virtually non-existent. It's a delicious and prudent investment in your cognitive future. Picture your brain as a vast, intricate, and constantly humming city. Billions of neurons are the citizens, trillions of synapses are the communication lines, and the vascular system is the network of roads delivering essential supplies. Dementia is like a slow, insidious decay creeping through this city. Communication lines fray, buildings, neurons, crumble, supply routes get blocked. Blueberries, with their concentrated anthocyanins, act like a multi-talented maintenance and defense crew. They are expert corrosion fighters, antioxidants, neutralizing the rust, oxidative stress, caused by the city's constant activity. They are skilled mediators, anti-inflammatory agents, calming down chronic riots, neuroinflammation, that damage infrastructure. They are talented engineers, stimulating the production of building materials and repair crews, BDNF, to maintain and upgrade the city's structures and communication networks, neuroplasticity and synaptic signaling, making them more resilient and efficient. They even help keep the supply roads, blood vessels, clear and functioning well, ensuring vital nutrients reach every district. While they can't single-handedly stop every potential disaster, they significantly fortify the city against decay, slow the progression of damage, and enhance its overall function and resilience. Incorporating a cup of these potent little berries most days is like sending in this expert crew on a regular basis. It's a simple, accessible, and profoundly flavorful act of cognitive self-care. Combined with other brain-healthy habits, nourishing food, regular movement, restorative sleep, stress management, mental challenges, and social connection, you are actively building a fortress of resilience within your mind. You are stacking the deck in favor of clarity, memory, and cognitive vitality for years to come. You are giving your future self the precious gift of a sharper, more vibrant mind. So, the next time you see those deep blueberries, remember, you're not just choosing a snack. You're making a conscious, science-backed choice to nurture and protect the very essence of who you are, your incredible, irreplaceable brain. Your future self will thank you for every single berry.